Did you see the Kanye West interview?
I haven't. Thing is, I don't know how I feel about Kanye anymore, man. So it's hard for me to listen to him because I don't know that anything he's saying is legitimate. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know that, because some days I think he's crazy, and then other days I'm like, no, this guy's actually a genius, and he's really got us fooled. And I don't know what it is. And that's the genius of Kanye, I think, is the fact that he can go away and then he'll just say some outlandish thing and then all the attention's on Kanye again. But no, I haven't seen it. I definitely want to watch that.
Yeah, I guess I won't give away too much, but in general, what you said is how I came out of it. Like, you know, there was a while where I hate when people use the term hating, but when I would criticize him for some, and rightfully so, he says some outlandish stuff. But then it got to the point when I saw a Kim Kardashian interview where she was like, you don't think I've tried to get him help? Like, you don't think I've tried to make him take his medicine? And I never thought of it like that. I always forget that there's that other side that we don't see, where we're sitting here just seeing him lash out, but then we forget that it affects his family, it affects his wife, it affects everyone. And she was like, you know, I've tried to get him help, and, you know, I can't force him to take his meds. And if he feels like it's kind of hindering his ability to be creative, you know, and obviously it works because he's sold a lot of records. So, like, who am I to necessarily say that? But it was funny because he is a fucking genius, dude. He was saying some legit stuff. Like, I went into it thinking I was going to come out of it thinking he was crazy still. And I came out of it thinking, if he could just hone in all the different thoughts in his head and have someone specifically work with him on each thought and not be so scatterbrained, the dude could be even bigger than he is now. I mean, basically one of the concepts that he kept preaching, and this is something that when I started the management company, I was trying to do maybe in different avenues. So my idea was an app. And basically it helps bands, artists, musicians take control of their finances, streamline everything, you know, be able to set up tours, do other things. And his thought wasn't an app, but he was saying along those same concepts of how we're not out to take anyone's job. We're not trying to like take money away from agents, record companies, or anything like that. We're just trying to make the contracts more fair. I mean, there can't be this thing where the artists are always in debt to the record label. It has to be 30, 30, 30, or however, you know, whatever the fair split is. And, you know, the way he put it and the way he talked about it, I sat back and I was like, damn, Kanye, you know what you're talking about, but you are crazy. So I was hoping you had watched it because then we could get into it a little bit more. But yeah, no, I mean, he says some really smart things.
I mean, here's the thing. And yeah, I forgot about the whole mental health aspect of it too, because I think that's probably a big factor. I mean, and, you know, I always think about, you know, being in this business and like, clearly I'm nowhere close to that famous. I mean, I don't even need to say that. But I've thought about, like, what if I was that famous? Like, think about your life. Like, think about the fact that if you go to Target, everybody at Target knows you. Like, if you go to, you just want to go to Five Guys, everybody at Five Guys knows who you are. Like, how do you live like that? And how does that play with your mind? Like, why do people like Prince become the way they are? It's because you get so famous. It's like you have to create this own alternate world around you.
Yeah, almost like a character.
Yeah, you can't exist in the normal real world as you know. Like Dave Grohl kind of can do that,